Okay, so now we'll be having an open forum, but first we'll read the questions. You guys. But after this, you guys can ask questions. For Reginald, with the current EVP, Nikki Guason, setting the standard pretty high, how do you plan on stepping up as the new EVP if you were to be elected?
30 seconds. Just 30 seconds.
Guys, settle down, please.
Yeah, this year we really had high standards from the Office of the Executive Vice President, but there were still some troubles early on wherein we had external debt being paid off, and that was really the constraint of this year, wherein we couldn't afford certain objects, certain things, certain kinds of bondings because we had debt, and that was really constraining us. But next year, because of the competence of everyone else, everyone in this organization, keeping track of expenses, and Nikki also, we can have better kinds of bondings, different kinds of things we can purchase because we do not have that anymore, and that's what we can really continue.
Okay, so for both Jean and Ben, given the forced burnout issues of the and the
Should one hindi, ask.
but ask the vote.
Well, dapat one would be isang isa. Kasi syempre makapag-isip ng
Given the forced burnout issues and the issues behind the delay of EPF approval, do you think that force officers handling major projects such as AIMS, Shindig, 10X should only have these projects for ACHMA so that they could have more focus and prep time?
I believe that it's fine if they actually hold these big projects. Since in TEDx, well, from my experience, a lot of my team are actually sophomores, and we did great. So I think the key to this would be project assignment planning. That we actually make sure that they have first sem projects and second sem projects, not just projects go to the second sem, project to the first sem. This way, they can actually allocate time for events management, proper events management strategy. Thank you.
Just to clarify that.
Basically, the force members who are the project heads of the major events should handle that project.
Okay, so I'm going to be accepting the force officers based on their experience, their passion, and their skills. And the reason why they're project heads for that project is because they're capable of it. And we know they're capable of handling other projects and not only that specific project. And that's why we assign projects like 1 per 7 because that's how we're sure that the specific force member will focus on a specific project for those.
Okay, a question for the president, Jason Ben. The candidate for president. When you applied as an events AVP, you were rejected. Doesn't that say something about your past performance? Why should I still vote for you?
Thank you for the question. Yes, I did get rejected, and I don't believe it says something about how I work in ACHMA, how much I care about ACHMA, and what I want to do for ACHMA. So, again, I don't believe it's something that would affect me not only coming into this year with my projects with Shindig and Summit, but at the same time, even more so when I'm running for president, coming from this year. And I don't that experience. I mean, yes, it did affect me immediately. But after thinking about it for a while, I don't think that changed me as, that would change my view on ACHMA. My view on ACHMA.
Okay, for Kerwin, how will the ACHMA newsroom concretely show connectivity when it is simply an OSG initiative? Please explain.
Well, the ACHMA newsroom, for one, will its branches will work together with the other departments. So, for example, the events articles would work with the PR department that goes on the in our ACHMA website. The ACHMA newsletter would work with the com department, and so would the ACHMA infographic. And events articles would also work for the events department, if ever. And then the officer testimonials would work with all departments.
Okay, a question for Megan Go. As HR VP, how will you embrace diversity? Context, you posted something against the LGBT on Facebook. especially that your position requires welcoming everyone in PR?
Okay. So for the LGBT comment I've made, I learned by mistake with that. And I'm not really anti, just to be clear. So I made my mistake, and I learned my lesson. And to embrace diversity, yes, it's just being open to all the ideas. And of course, starting again with myself is to be cautious with what I say online, because it's gonna trickle down also to the ABPs and to the members. Thank you.
For Noel, what is your specific chain of approval for promotions that will ensure road distinction among events, PR, and com?
With regards to approval of promos, what's going to happen is that the PR agencies along with their promo sites are going to be the ones writing the caption, and this will be approved by both the PR AVP and the PR VP. When we have a mock class, what's going to happen is that the overall look of the poster will be open to comments from both the PR department, the com department, and the events department. But more importantly, it's always important that the com VP, the PR AVP, and the events AVP always approve of all the posters.
Okay, again, for Ben and Jean, how will you differentiate the roles of the events AVP and the project heads? Because sometimes it seems like the events AVP is also the project head.
The events AVPs are there to mentor the project heads. However, it is unavoidable that sometimes the events AVPs will have to step in, will have to act as project heads, should the project heads not be able to actually fulfill their opportunities. But I guess this is why we have events AVPs. This is why our events are actually really groundbreaking, because we have people behind them, experienced people to actually guide the project. Period. Thank you.
The project head is there to handle the team, make sure the team is motivated all throughout the project. The events AVP, on the other hand, focuses more on the details of the project and what's happening at the project and how the project is going all throughout the planning process. Thank you.
Okay, next for section. Do you think app forms during Rec Week are still necessary? Because right now, we don't really do anything with them. If yes, in what ways would it make it relevant to the evaluation process and member development?
Here's the thing with the app forms. Actually, I learned it in one of my classes that the app form would actually lift the status of AJMA. So I do believe that it is necessary, and that it is necessary for the members to apply for this to showcase their best.
Okay, again for Meg. How can we make the AJMA room more available to everyone? Usually it's for meetings lang, and you said you were gonna make casual hangouts. How do you plan to utilize the org room? P.S. Palagay tayo ng speakers with Hawkswire.
Okay, so it's actually part of again, my platform, which is the org group activities. You can have org group activities such as, for example, having we can have a monitor like what ACPM did. They have like an Xbox and PSP there. It actually depends on what the members want. And we can have casual lunch sessions there. For example, there are a group of people actually right now in the org room who always spends time there and always has Jollibee chicken there and pizza. So yeah, we can actually foster that by, for example, posting in the AJMA page.
Sorry, who wrote this? Hindi malinaw yun.
Oh, next question muna.
I'll just read it. It's not mine. No, Jean. I guess this is Jean. Jean. Knowing when one of the candidates is sure to win for a position, and you don't talk to that person, how would we know that both of you will make it synergistic?
We can answer both sides. Okay, well, on my side, I wouldn't let my personal life affect my work. And in the past year, I've worked with a specific person in 2 projects. No, 3. Okay, okay, for 3 projects. And it's, I mean, okay, fine, we don't talk, but then, Basta I don't let my personal life affect my work. Like, okay lang na hindi kami mag-talk, but then, like, be professional naman when you're dealing with the person na
So I would offer the same sentiments that I wouldn't let personal issues affect the way that I work in Ashma. Because after all, I'm running for an ED position as section, not to build me up or anything like that. I'm doing this for Ashma, and considering everything, I'm willing to work with anyone. So.
Okay, thank you. Events VPs and HR VPs. HR will answer first. Member X was assigned to make the Shindig chain poster.
Can you skip?
Okay. Member X was assigned to make the Shindig main poster. Even after 15 revisions, the poster is still not nice. What will you do? Use the poster, aka feelings of the member, or have someone else do it?
Wait, I don't know how to clarify the question, but what I do as the HRVP. Okay, so if I'm part of the project, I would convince the other party or the core team to tell the the creative director to.
Sorry.
Because as you know, like whenever we make posters or whatever promo materials we have for ACHMA, there's always a conflict. Like, when the poster is not that nice, do we think of the feelings of the member na parang, oh my god, the member revised that 15 times, do we just use it for his sake? Or do we think of the project na parang, no, we can't use that, it's not that nice. So choose one. Like, will you use it or will you not use it? I will not use the project. As an HRVP, I would not use I would use even though it's not nice, because for me it's more important that the member grows with it. And externally we're already really good, and then externally we're already really good, and we need something to better the internal aspects of ACHMA, since a lot of people keep saying that externally we're really good, but internally we are really magulo.
Okay, Shindig is a very big project, and it doesn't matter if you move the blast a few days later. But I want someone to mentor that specific member on how to work on that poster, and the overall look of the poster matters more than like. So for me, I would choose someone to mentor that person and work on it, like magkatabi, and then like kung may comments, and then they'll share it. Yeah.
I would not use it. Members have to understand we are in an organization, and we are not caring for each and every single. I mean, like, we're not. One person is not as big as one event, one shindig. And I think this is something that people have to believe. A lot of comments that came from this year is that members are quote-unquote entitled compared to the past years. And this is something I believe that we have to understand. We are an organization. We have to work for the organization, not just for our own benefit. I'm sure a lot of people here had a lot of ideas that were shot down, even if, like, let's say, Stage Essential Shindig in the past few years, and you know, other things and other events. You can't expect to get everything you want, and this is a reality in life that we have to understand.
Okay, so Ms. PRVP is requesting the PR candidate to also answer those.
I won't use the promo material if ever. I won't use the promos material if ever it isn't attractive enough or it isn't up to par with our standards. Instead, what I offer is that, like him, we mentor the person and give them points of improvement and tell them what they can change about the poster. We can't just leave them thinking that you're not good and you can't improve anymore, because there are always avenues for them to improve if we mentor them correctly and teach them how they can improve what they're doing.
For Martin, seeing as you're running for EVP, why would you choose groundbreaking over financially stable?
Thank you for the question. So, though I'm running for an EVP, I believe that AJMA is not a profit-oriented org. We're not here to earn money. We're here to make we're here to make projects that will change lives, that will create the movers and shakers of the organization. So, as an EVP, I would rather have my job to be a hassle rather than for it to be easy, but then our projects not to be good. So again, yeah, I stand by having great projects, but having a hard time.
Or Gwen, we heard that you were also not accepted in your ads reapplication. Can you comment and can you assure us, can you comment and can you assure us that you will be a great president for AJMA given your history in Cannes?
Thank you for that question. With regards to the context of that, I believe the CAS reapplication, I believe that was something that was quite different from this, the acceptance in AJMA. Because there, I believe that they don't have a proper feedback, a proper avenue for feedback, which to me it was a surprise. Bigla na lang na, sorry if Tagalog, but bigla na lang na they informed me that I'm not in the organization anymore. So it was quite different, it was quite surprising. And I assure you guys na the reason why that happened is because I had a lot of involvement in a lot of other things, namely AJMA, namely my academics. Thank you.
For events VP candidates, why should we vote for your opponent?
Okay, Bene has done so much for the organization ever since he was first year, and he is the project head of one of the biggest projects at AJMA, TEDx, and Bene is one of the most approachable people I know. Bene can motivate the core team very well, and this can help when he's an VP now. Kasi, wait, sorry, I spoke Tagalog. But it's gonna help when he's VP because it will really help motivate. He will really help motivate the core team, which will affect the delivery of the core team for the project.
Jean is more experienced than me. I think we all know that. She has different projects, and I'm only project head for one project. And if you think about it, TEDx isn't really an AJMA project, it's just an external brand. And apart from that, Jean is already in the events department. She knows a lot more about the internal structure of the events and what the problems that we actually need to focus on next year.
Okay, in 3 words, this for everyone. In 3 words, what is the biggest problem of AJMA this year? So just like pass them. 3 words.
Weakness of why?
Lack of marketing.
AJMA forced motivation. Lack of motivation.
Events just work.
So much burnout.
Lack of motivation. Lack of loyalty.
Bang bang.
Okay, one more. One more for everyone. What can your predecessor do that you can do better, assuming you are starting the term with the same context? For everyone. For everyone. Again. What can your predecessor do?
Actually, that's my question, so I'll just say it. Assuming that you guys are starting like the year with the same things that we started with, or that we started with what you guys are starting with, what can you do that we can do, but you can do better?
Give equal importance to every single element of AJMA.
Give more priority to marketing and fundraisers.
Budgeting better.
Involve the members more in the initiatives.
Taking care of the people along with the events.
Communicate effectively with your AVPs.
Dedicate more time, attention, and care.
What's my God?
I said to fight for HR.
Yeah.
For Martin Lim, for the AVP Bazaar, do you think this is highly essential, given that it will be started?
Slated yata, in a time when the EBAVP will be extremely busy planning for the school year. So,
I believe that the EBEP Bazaar is something essential because again, how can we tell people that we want their core teams to be close if the EBEP themselves don't have enough opportunities to work together? Because honestly this year, in our experiences as an EBEP, our first experiences were for our specific projects already, and we never had like a project together to work for. So that is why I'm fighting for an EBEP project.
For HR, you mentioned member trainings need well-made modules. Who will spearhead this? The devs involved or HR?
the devs involved will spearhead this.
No, just Wait. So to Kerwin and Ben who said that Shindig should be rated as flagship, why do you say so? Because first of all, it doesn't really show the core competencies of AJMA. We always bullshit it as through execution, through practice, but there's no real marketing practice in that. And the fact that the marketing trend, not only in the Ateneo but in other orgs as well, even outside, seem to be like going against that notion. So why do you say that really is?
I would say to retain Shindig as a flagship project, as a brand. Not necessarily that it would be the same old formula, but the brand of Shindig is synonymous with the brand of AJMA. So that's why I would like to retain it.
I don't agree that we are bullshitting marketing practice in Shindig, because if you can honestly say that Shindig is not a product of AJMA's marketing practice, how can you explain the fact that when you say, oh, party at Ateneo, the first thing that comes in your head is Shindig? It's not Madhouse, it's not Fiasco, and I believe that's a testament to AJMA's marketing skills as an organization.
Adding to what you said, do you think that it's actually good that that's the offhand, top of mind thought when you think of AJMA?
I have another question.
Of course, the party image isn't exactly the best thing for AJMA, and it's something I don't want. However, we are a marketing organization, and I guess if you think about it, our events are the things we market, and Shindig is one of the biggest things we've actually marketed. So I can't say it's the best situation, and it is the first thing that comes into people's mind, but it is a very impactful thing that comes into mind when you think about marketing and brands.
This is a question now for the PRVP, picking up from their points. Because I talked to administration, mainly Sir Chris, and he said that it's projects like this that precedes our image to other people. Therefore, dahil sa mga ganitong project, mas nahihirapan tayo mag-promote ng mga marketing natin. Sorry, nag-Google now. Parang there's one time na Sir Chris recommended AJMA to help with the marketing initiative of a legit Ateneo office. And the Ateneo office said, like, really, AJMA? Kasi yung first in mind na dumarating sa kanila is, Shindig lang yung kaya niyang gawin. So now, Noel, as your VP, how do you plan to solve that notion, which is held not only by students, but by the administration themselves?
If you all notice, we give priority to our projects which have, if you notice, we give priority to projects like Shindig. When it comes to promotions, we always prioritize AJMA launch, AJMA Shindig, and we don't give the same importance for other projects. To solve this problem, what we can do is heavily promote